You need cooling, baby, I'm not fooling. I'm gonna send you back to schooling. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Oh, want a whole lot of love. Want a whole lot of love.
Welcome to the historic Martinsville Speedway here in Virginia, where almost 40 drivers are going to be taming the track and competing for a prestigious grandfather clock today. The stands are packed and the smell of fresh hot dogs are wafting through the air, the perfect race day atmosphere for today's NASMAR Cup Series event, where someone could make their way into the chase. Don't go anywhere just yet because the party is just beginning. In just a moment, we'll give you our points recap of the season so far and our starting lineup for the race before we go racing here at Martinsville. So far, this has been an epic NASMAR season, a perfect way to start off 2026. So, let's go over some of the highlights thus far. Perhaps the most shocking development this season is this man right here. KFB wins back-to-back Daytona 500s, shocking everybody and the Coda Grand Prix, but not starting out too well today. Let's see what he can do. Another key player this season has been Chase Elliott, winning one of the first races of the season at his home track in Atlanta, and he starts very high up today. Let's see what he can do, and who knows, maybe he can even pull off one of those sneaky Chase Elliott wins. One more name here is Christopher Bell, the defending series champion, who wants to start off the season nicely, and he has pretty good odds to win here today. Alright, in row number 1, we have Alex Bowman and Ryan Blaney starting at the front. Number 2, we have Chase Elliott and Chase Briscoe, the two Chases, leading the second row. Row number 3 is Christopher Bell and William Byron. Number 4 is Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson. Row number 5, Bubba Wallace and Brad Keselowski. Row number 6, Ty Gibbs and Tyler Reddick, two Toyotas. Row number 7 is Josh Berry and Ross Chastain. Row number 8 is Chris Buescher and AJ Allmendinger. Row number 9 is the Penske teammates, Joey Logano and Austin Cindric. Row number 10 is Kyle Busch and Shane Van Gisbergen, slowly improving at these oval tracks. Row number 11 is Ryan Preece and Michael McDowell. Row number 12 is Daniel Suarez and Zane Smith. 13 is John Hunter Nemechek and Carson Hocevar. And 14 is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Connor Zilich. Row 15, we have Todd Gilliland and Eric Jones. And in row 16, it's Austin Dillon and Noah Gragson. Row 17 is Cole Custer and Ty Dillon. And rounding out the pack is Cody Ware and Riley Herbst. As the cars are warming up their tires and making their pace laps, let's take a look at our race information for today. It's a 14-lap race, 4 and 4 laps in the first two stages, and then 6 in the final. And then it's going to be 55 degrees out here in Virginia, and Alex Bowman is on the... Whoa, wait a minute. We're getting reports that Alex Bowman might have hit the pace car during pacing. That would definitely warrant a penalty, so let's take a look at the footage here. Now let's take a look at this footage to see what happened. Oh, yep, yeah, that's definitely a violation. You can't be hitting the pace car. It's dangerous for yourself, the other drivers, and the driver of the pace car. So let's see what the officials have to say on that one. And it looks like the officials have already made a decision, and that Alex Bowman will be sent to the back to do a pass-through penalty later in the race. So that means Ryan Blaney inherits the lead, and I think it's a fair penalty. Again, you can't hit the pace car, but try to get this race back on track now. Without further ado, we are green at Martinsville Speedway. Blaney leads them into turns 1 and 2. He takes the lead but goes a little bit high on the track. Here comes Briscoe now. Gonna capitalize on the inside. Can he clear him? Looks like he's able to. Down the front stretch. Briscoe continues to lead. There's Bowman serving his penalty, and he's gonna get lapped by the leaders here. Briscoe continues to lead. Can Byron catch up to him? Byron's gonna go for it on the inside. Contact made. He shoves Briscoe out of the way. Now here they come down the backstretch. Byron a little more contact, but he's gonna stay the leader. Can he hold on? Early pit stops before the stage ends, and there's 1 lap left on the stage. Byron versus Briscoe. Can Briscoe catch him? Looks like Byron's gonna hang on. Byron wins stage 1. Alright, we've got our stage results here. Winner gets 10 extra points, followed by second gets 9, third gets 8, etc. So, yeah, take a look here. There's your top 10 for stage 1. Now we've got everybody coming to pit road. Let's send it down to Arc Trooper Sam, pit reporter.
Thanks, Crispy. Here's the number 24 of William Byron. He's been strong all day and will be taking 4 tires and fuel heading into the pit stops for stage 2. Bubba Wallace also on pit road here. He said that this is the most confident he's been with his car in a while, so look out for that number 23 heading into stage 2. Back to you, Crispy.
Thanks, Sam. As you can see here, the cars are starting to choose, and pacing is almost wrapping up as we are about to begin stage number 2. We'll be right back after this ad break. We're green once more, and Blaney's going to lead him again into turns 1 and 2. He's going to stick the lead, but they're shuffling around 3 wide. Hamlin for the lead. Oh, huge wreck in the back. Barry, Busher, Chastain, and more involved in this one. 4 drivers in total. Let's get a replay. Wow, as you can see, a big chunk of cars stacked up here in turn number 2. That was a crazy wreck. Hey, let's see what happened. So here Blaney leads him off of into turn 1. So nothing too bad so far, but then they started all getting super loose, and I just had a feeling that they wouldn't be able to keep it together. And there we go. Big wreck. Barry hits Bush, and then he spins around, tags Chastain and Busher as well, I believe. Let's take a look at it again. Oh, and it looks like Barry got loose off of Chastain's nose, and that just sent him into the wall. He tried to control it the best he could, but it's hard to control a huge, fast-spinning race car. Yeah, you can see both Busher and Bush getting repairs. They should be good to go, but Barry's definitely done for the day. And we're racing once again at Martinsville. Blaney's going to take the lead into turns 1 and 2. A clean pass on Hamlin, but watch out for Larson on the inside. Oh, he shoves him out of the way. Blaney out of the groove. Here comes Larson with the lead. Bell slides into second in front of Hamlin. Oh, and Ross Chastain, a tire down. The tire's going to go into pit road and settles there. No caution needed. Here comes Bell on the inside. He's going to get into Larson. Contact made. They're rubbing. Larson on the outside with the momentum. Can Bell make a move in? Oh, he gets loose into Hamlin, into the wall. Keselowski, Briscoe involved as well. A huge pileup in turns 1 and 2. The safety crews are rushing over to help these wrecked race cars. And yeah, several heavy hitters out just like that. Yeah, 2 vicious accidents right off the bat here in stage 2, and this one's actually going to end the stage, and Christopher Bell is your stage winner, but let's get a replay on this wreck. Yeah, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, intense battle, but then Bell gets loose, gets into Larson, and he sends Hamlin into the wall and collects a couple other cars as well. Brad Keselowski, Chase Briscoe, looks like they're the only others involved. Here is one last slow motion look at the video here. Yeah, very unfortunate for Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, all those guys. Bubba Wallace and William Byron narrowly escaped. They were able to break in time before they piled in. More pit stops, and these are the final planned pit stops of the day. Bell barely beats William Byron off pit road. You can see them as they come off pit road right now. Everybody's back on their feet. We're green for stage number 3. Buscher's gonna lead them into turns 1 and 2. He's gonna clear Christopher Bell down the back straightaway. Bubba Wallace already making moves on William Byron for the 3rd position. Little contact made, but he's gonna clear him down the front stretch. Bubba now sets his eyes on Bell for the 2nd position. His car looks very fast. Can he get by him? He's going to make the move into turns 3 and 4. He shoves them out of the way. Bubba Wallace is a man on a mission. He's gunning for the lead. Now he's just got to track down Chris Buescher before the race is over. Lap traffic is becoming a factor now, as Bubba struggles to get by Cole Custer a little bit. Not a problem though, he seems to be catching up. Now it's Todd Gilliland that the cars are going to have to get past. There's Buescher on the inside. Bubba Wallace catches up significantly here. Can he get past Gilliland? Here he comes. 2 laps to go. Bubba on the inside. He's going to make a move. His nose out. Buescher with a run down the back straightaway. Can Bubba make it? On the inside. He's going to almost go. Oh, Bubba locks up the brakes into Buescher. Buescher's going to clear them. 1 lap to go. Reddick right behind him. I don't know if Bubba can make it. Oh, a huge shove from Tyler Reddick. 1 last move. Here comes Bubba to the inside. Into Chris Buescher. Contact made. Into Ty Dillon. Oh my goodness, into the wall. Photo finish. I think it was Buescher. We're going to have to take a look at that. Yes, a contentious, very competitive finish here at the end of this race at Martinsville. 2 heavy hitters just battling it out. We got a super close finish at the line. We're still not 100% sure who it might be, but I originally thought it was the 17, but now it looks like it may be the 23 car who won this race. Again, we're waiting for official confirmation, but that's what it looks like to me. And congratulations to Bubba Wallace, who the officials have deemed the winner of the 2026 NASMAR Community Cup Series Cookout 400 at Martinsville. This must be an incredible win for Bubba. You know, he's been really good at this track in all of his years, and it must finally pay off to be able to win here today. Awesome stuff, awesome celebration. Glad he could finally get a win here at Martinsville. And now it's time to look at the final results, where everybody finished today at Martinsville. First, obviously, is your winner, Bubba Wallace. Second, Chris Buescher. Third, Tyler Reddick. Fourth, Christopher Bell. Fifth, William Byron. That's your top 5, and you can see everybody else here. Flip sides. There we go. A lot of DNFs from very big names here on the back side of this results sheet. Unfortunate days for them. But luckily, I think they'll be able to make up those points later on in the season. It's still pretty early, so you never know what could happen. As always, it's Crispy Bell signing off here. It's been a fun one, and we can't wait to see you next week at Bristol.